Fiddling Update, Danny Boy here. We're back with more Transport Fever in the modded map, and we are currently over here in Reykjavik. Now, I got a request to do some stuff with aircraft, specifically aircraft coming out of San Francisco. So we're going to do that, but I've played on a bit. As you can see here, everybody's leaving the airport we'll get to pause it. Now, these are all the airlines, and I sent every plane back in, and then we're going to put new planes on every line, or sort of more appropriate planes. So, the first line is Beijing to London, or London to Beijing. So, Beijing is over here, Paris, and then London is over here. Now that's quite a fair distance, so let's throw something on that. Now we've got a large choice. We're going to use everything for the Dornier Merkur to, well, pretty much everything that we can. I should hasten. Right, that's my Douglas DC-3. That's my Heinkel. So we've got quite a few things we can actually use. So, first of all, going to Beijing. Beijing is quite far. Now, this car is 9. This car is 5. This is 174. This car is 9, 112. 124 and 8. 3 and 186. 224 and 7, that's pretty good, the Fokker Wolf, and 188 and 4, which is slightly different for this guy here. Is that everything we've got? Yes, right, so it's quite a medium range. Now this is 186. We're going to use this, the Heinkel HE111C. So buy one of them at this side, set it on a line, Beijing to London, and then we're going to go over to Beijing, which is right here. We're going to buy aircraft, buy another one of these, buy, and then set line all is going to be Beijing to London Air. Right, push play. We're going to get them going. We're sort of going to get them spaced out a bit better than they previously were. So we're into December of, I think it's 1937. Yes, it is. I can't actually see this down the corner. I've got some weird refresh and microphone thing there that's a bit of a pest. But while they're rolling, we'll set up the next team. Berlin to Boston. Okay, right. Berlin to Boston. Right, Boston is there. Berlin is here. Now it's not too far, but still, let's see what we've got. Right, the Douglas DC-3 8207. 824. I wouldn't mind a mix of German and American on here, but this has got 207. No, we're not going to use that. We're going to use this 8 and 124. This is what we were using previously. In fact, we might keep this on the go. Would we? Or 5 and 174. I'm not actually sure if I'm gonna use this. Right, so 174 and 5, 124 and 8, 112 and 8. No, let's use this. The Junkers JU52 does 124. This one does 188. The car is 4. Okay, let's use this. So one of them here set it on a line, Berlin to Boston. Now, that is one plane sorted. Let's go over here, buy an aircraft, one of these, buy, set it on a line, Berlin to Boston. Right, let's get them on the way, and let's keep an eye on, there's Moscow. We're not in Tokyo yet, we will be. Right, you're only there. Now for these sort of get to about halfway, I'm going to add some more. There's Paris. Now unfortunately we'll probably lose all the passengers at the station. See, that's them, they're starting to go already. So let's get buy aircraft. This seems easy. This is going to be buy, set it on a line. This is going to be London and New York. So London and New York. Then we'll head across to the other side. Here is New York. We're going to be using the Douglas DC-3 for that. Buy aircraft. If we're going for one of these, buy. And set it on a line. That'll be, I've no idea if it'll be New York City to London. Right, push play. And let's keep an eye on our first planes. So if I bring up this, Beijing to London, right, they've got no passengers on account of the fact that I've probably just screwed up other lines. We'll have to wait for the passengers to come back. Hopefully they will. I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything with trains or anything. I did actually do some loop lines while I wasn't recording. That's fine, they're both taking off at the same time. Right, let's see how far you get. When they sort of cross each other, or if they at least get to about here, he's already flying, you're still gaining altitude, which is weird. He's, no, that's actually food disappearing. Right, who are you? Pause. Right. You are there. You left Beijing and went at a hell of a speed. Whoa, what happened there? So if I can find it relatively far, right, he's sort of here next to this patch of trees. He is sort of here. Right, let's get the next two on the way. So buy aircraft, one of these, buy, set it on a line, Beijing to London. Now if it was the other planes we got going, I'll keep an eye out on them. Right, buy aircraft, Beijing to London, please, for you. Right, Berlin to Boston, that was the next. So I'm going to leave those four on. He's going to come out. I'll hopefully get a move on before the next plane comes into land. You, far as your relative position on the map. Right, he's heading along at a fair speed, so let's go to Berlin and get the next line up and running. So I think it was this I used, by, set it on a line, Berlin to Boston, pause. Was it that? Yes, it was. It was that. Right, there's New York. I wonder if the DC-8s have taken off yet. Now I'm spacing these out anew, but they will get screwed up later on when they go for missed approaches and stuff like that because of other aircraft. And there's not much we can do about that. Right, so that's that 4 on the go. Now, let's have a look at. Right, we're in a new year and we've got new vehicles. Hopefully there's not a plane, because I want to try and use these planes. Right, a sort of ghost bus here. The Class E94, another boxcar. These look like IBCs. VL22 and more German stuff. Yay. Right. There's so much stuff is coming out, it's kind of going to be hard to use everything. Right. You've just left New York. New York, New York. What a wonderful town. Right, New York City to London has got a few waiting. So, buy. Pause. Set you on a line. London to New York City. We'll head over to London town. London town, buy aircraft. If it was a Dean again, oh aye, one of these. Set you on a line which will also be New York City to London. Now, if we have a look on here, that should be 4 on each. It is. Now, Berlin to Reykjavik Air. Now, Berlin is over here. So, let's get... Who are you? Oh, I didn't actually watch these things come out. Hey, it looks pretty sweet. There's a guy there if you'd waited. Oh, you've got 2 people. Like, I've obviously not spaced it out that great because he's sitting waiting. So I can set their wait times. But do I want to set their wait times? Charts, vehicles. Maximum waiting time is 3 minutes. I'm not sure. I'd be as well just leave it. Hopefully you take off, go. Now is it the same at the other side? Bring up these 4. You, I believe, you're at Berlin West, but we're at Berlin West. Did I click on the wrong plane? Push play. How are you? Aircraft 10. You're aircraft 9. You're heading for Berlin West. You're just taking off. And let's see if the other 2... Right, you're heading for Boston South and you've just landed at Berlin West. So I'm actually going to stop you and stop you. And then I'm going to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Right. Let's set them on the go again. Hopefully I'll have spaced them out slightly. Right, you are at the airport at Beijing North. You're heading for Beijing North and you've just landed at Beijing North. So these are not spaced out that great either. Or are they? If it just landed next to you that very second. Didn't crash game. New York City to London. Oh no, that's fine actually. Right, so that is actually spaced out quite nicely. Did you pick up anybody? No, not yet. Right, what were we on to now? Yes. Reykjavik, Berlin to Reykjavik. Let's see if we're going to place on here. Now, it isn't too far to Reykjavik, but I went on anything huge. The Dornier Merkur or that. Now, when I used one of these actually, But no, I'm going to send this to Edinburgh from Reykjavik, so we're going to use this. Or the Focke-Wulf. There's 224, so we'll maybe send that somewhere further. We'll be using a Douglas DC-3 to go from Edinburgh to Miami. Even this could be maybe used, because we've not used that yet. We still need to go from Paris. So we're in Berlin, okay, so let's do Paris to, no, we'll stick with our original plan, right. One of them, pause, set it on a line, it's going to be Berlin to Reykjavik. This thing is quite fast, so I maybe will only need 2 of these on the line. Buy aircraft, one of these, buy, set it on a line, Berlin to Reykjavik, push play, let them head out, bathe at the same time. There is one passenger, as you see we lost that, so let's go buy aircraft. Pause, one of these, set it on a line, Edinburgh to Reykjavik Air. And let's go over Edinburgh and buy aircraft, one of these, buy, set it on a line, Reykjavik to Edinburgh Air. Right, so that's how I'm going. Right, let's see these. Here, look at this thing here. That looks well strange, but hey ho. That car is 5 people. This car is 5 people. This is essentially a bullet compared to this guy. Now I also need to paint an aircraft red and name it the Bouncer for Fishy, which I did in a previous episode, but I sold the aircraft, so I will change it. And I've forgotten. It will still exist. Right, push. You are coming out with 1. Hopefully people will start using this again. Right, far are we? Right, let's see these. You are off the edge of the world. You are heading for Lower London. You are at Beijing. You're heading for Beijing. Stop 2 of 2. Stop 2 of 2. Lower London. I'm not sure for the hell these planes actually are. No, because here is the Beijing. Here's the unit was flying off the edge of the world. So he's actually fine at the present moment. We're not really concerned with him. That's good. Right. For what now? Berlin. I thought I spaced you guys out. It looks like I have not. Although there are people waiting. 7. That's good. And then hopefully there will be some for Berlin, Reykjavik Air. Right, 3 minutes for this, 3 minutes for that, 12 minutes for that. So, pause. Buy aircraft. One of these. Even though I've no idea for the previous scenes I selected are. I hope they're sort of in mid-flight. Right, just sort of took off, heading for Berlin. Okay, right, let's get the other over here in Reykjavik. Right, buy aircraft. One of these, buy, set on a line, Berlin to Reykjavik. Let's get another one of these, buy, set it on a line, Edinburgh to Reykjavik. We'll go over Edinburgh and get a buy aircraft, one of these, set it on a line, and you're going to be Edinburgh to Reykjavik. Now since we're here, we could buy one of these, set it on a line, Edinburgh to Miami, and then we'll go over to Miami, and then we'll get an aircraft, one of these, buy, set it on a line, Edinburgh to Miami. Right, so fittings we've still got left to do: Moscow to Reykjavik Air, and Paris to New York City Air. Now Moscow to Reykjavik, got the perfect plane for that, maybe. Well, let's head over to Moscow. And in Moscow I have added no train loop line, but I added these trams, which are pretty huge. They carry 46 people, and I added buses to take people to here. Now this was just starting to get good, and then I sort of abandoned it. So one of these, set it on a line, pause. The orange line, Moscow to Reykjavik. Unfortunately, we haven't got any Russian planes on the go. There seem to be German. Germany was the only place that made planes, but for some reason in here they do. Right, so you'll have passengers for the next plane comes back. Far are we actually going? Now we're going here to Reykjavik. Buy aircraft, one of these, buy, no, just the one just now, because I don't want them bunching up. Right, push play. Plus with the amount of planes I had on, I think I had like 8 planes on each side for the last time, and planes were hitting a circle round about for like missed approaches and stuff, and it was a bit of a disaster. So we've amended. The frequency time needs to be low, but we don't want too much planes on, or it just causes absolute havoc. Right, how are you getting on, Buster? None. But people want to go Boston now. Right, once them two get going, we'll set more on. See, the frequency is 3 minutes. I'm not sure if that's good or bad, but the frequency for Berlin to Boston is 3 minutes, and that's doing good at the present moment. Paris to New York City. Right, we've used that. Can't remember if we've used that. I do think we have. But this guy here, 224 miles per hour, we're going to use that for Paris to New York City. Paris is over here. People are weirdly still waiting to go to New York City, so let's buy one of them. Just the one, please. Set it on a line, Paris to New York City. And let's go down to somewhere or other. I do believe it is New York. New York. Right. Now the other flight that's going to come into New York is going to be from Moscow. So we're going to have a flight for Moscow, a flight for Paris, and a flight from London. Right, buy aircraft. One of these, buy. Just the one. There's something wrong with my mouse. I'm not actually double clicking it. I think it's just up to its old usual tricks. Right, New York City to London, 8 of 8. That is spectacular. They'll soon be replacing the cruise ships, who never pick up anybody. And these things only pick up 5. Even though we've got a few of them on it. There's like 8 or something, 8 of these. 8 doesn't seem to cut it, although these things are actually DNA bad. I should probably replace these with Zurichs. Stone, how's this stone getting on? Didn't want to get distracted. I really need faster ships. The ship's there if it's killing me. Right, far could we go? Right, let's say I look at the old line Manajiro. Right. Moscow Boss Tram Station. Now, the bay that you kind of bathe, no, one is at one place and the other is at Reykjavik Boss Tram Station, blah 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 blah. Okay, right, I get you. Since they're both lining up to take off, I will fire out 2 more. Berlin West. Right, Paris branch and New York siding, so it's no time to send you. Wait, why do I hear one of these at Berlin? Why are you distracting me with your craziness, game? You go. Right. Far are we going now? Let's have a look. What else did I need to do? There was a plane Moscow to Reykjavik. Okay. Right, you're sort of there because you're held up by these idiots. You've got 0. You've got 0. I didn't want these getting boxed up, but alas, they have. Buy aircraft. See, I could buy this thing now. Set it on its line to go from Moscow to Reykjavik, but already traffic has started to build up. He needs to take off, he needs to go, then he needs to go. It's a bit of a stramash at the moment. Right, let's head over to Moscow and get the last of them on the go. Right, you buy. Set it on a line. It's going to go to Moscow to Reykjavik, and then we're going to buy an aircraft here. This one that we've not used. We've used everything else, and we're going to head. This one is going to be line 2. Now, if I go on to line 2 and actually go here. And then fly down here to, is that Boston or New York? Looks like New York it is. So this will be Moscow / NYC Air. Right, perfect. Now, let's have another one, obviously, for New York, coming out here. Set it on a line. Where are we going? Moscow to New York City Air. Right, so let's just see if else we've still only got 2 on. 4, 4, 4. 9. I'm assuming also. Oh no, I've only got 2 on there. Okay. And Paris to. Right, let's see. Where are you 2 currently? You are almost at Miami. You. See, this is the Swiss Air. Swiss Airlines. So is the actual DC. Alright, I downloaded the mod. in depot. Did I just buy that? I think I did. I need to buy in anyway, but let's... Right, I downloaded the mod for the Swissair. I didn't exactly want it to go, all of them to be Swissair. Like, for example, I'll mark this in red. I'll hate to wait till this scene moves. Now I've started to get a line going from... I'll take a look at this. Yes, Swiss Airlines. Where are you going? You're heading back to Reykjavik. There's a train in the background. The Edinburgh Dublin Express with a full load. Right, you buster. Move it. You gonna got Omdi coming into your line yet? How's Edinburgh's population? 1693. It looks as though it's expanding again. Alright, let's... Right, hopefully this will go in front. Set it on a line. Edinburgh to Miami. Play. No, I wanted you to take priority so that he got stuck behind you. Alas, you did not. Okay, so it looks like all the DC3s are painted that colour. Unless another DC3 becomes available at some point. Is it a DC3? Am I actually marking sense? Right, so it looks like there are Swissair. Alright, Douglas DC3. Right, I need to head over to Miami and get one rolling for that side. Oh dear, a million things have reached their lifetime. And it must be a lot of things because it's taking a hell of a time. Right, if I click on one of these. Did that thing just break down? That's okay, I've got things to replace them with. I've not replaced them yet. We've got an airport in Mexico City. Got an airport in Los Angeles. Here in San Francisco. Here in Seattle. One in... Oh, I haven't got in Vancouver yet. We've got one in Ottawa. We will have one in Chicago. But let's say... Far are we? No, I need to get to Miami. That's where I need to be. Right, Miami Vice. You are taking off. I need to get another in on the go, sharpish, before the fair across the pond gets here. Right, buy, set it on a line, Miami to Edinburgh. Right, now for other lines I've only got 2 on them. Moscow to New York City. Right, they are both in the air. Now I'm not sure how close they are to their destinations. But since they're both in the air, it means they're both not at the airport, which means I can throw on some more. Moscow to New York City. This must be a plane to Paris. It is. It's got the Lufthansa in the front, the logo at the back. We'll head over to Moscow, get the last in rolling there. If I can do so, for our here we go. Buy aircraft, one of these. Buy, set it on a line. Moscow to New York City air. Now we can go another place from Moscow. If you've any suggestions about far else I could build routes to, I mean, we do have a airport in Amsterdam that is not connected yet, but it will be. And well, we've got an airport in Tokyo that's unfortunately not connected yet. Same with the St. Petersburg airport. We've got one in Vienna. I actually made a loop line in Vienna that goes all the way around the city, down past the airport, to hopefully encourage the game to sort of build near here. An airport in Copenhagen, maybe. It's a bit treacherous over here. I'll definitely have one in Helsinki because it's nice and flat here, and there's lots of spare land. We've got one in Reykjavik, and the only other place it could be is Oslo. We've got one in Edinburgh. We've got one in London. We could have one in Dublin. I'd probably throw it up the back here. The conference centre, yay! A few trains are aging though, and I want to get some new stuff. I want to get my industrial sector over here. Who are you? If I can click on you, Moscow to Reykjavik Air. Alright, wait a minute. When I actually finish this, where are you and where are you? Right, those two are in the air. Now, if they're in the air, that means they are not. Right. Is this New York? It is. I think that's I've not actually looked at this thing yet. Oh, looks pretty cool. So we've got Lufthansa, Iberia Air, and Swiss Airlines. Swiss Air. That looks well cool, we are in the front. In fact, let's just, before I forget, aircraft one. The bouncer. If anybody else would like I named this for Fishy in a previous episode, but I sent all the rest of the planes back to the depot. So here are they're coming back. Now that the planes are out, I have to remember, I have to paint a plane red and name it the Bouncer. I never painted this in red, but it's got the Swiss Air livery on it, which is, well, it's red. So if somebody else would like a plane named after them, please don't hesitate to ask. Just leave a comment underneath the video and I shall do so. And I've completely forgotten if I'm doing this thing, it goes 1,000,000 miles per hour. I think this is the fastest plane. 224. Nothing really comes close. Definitely any of that. No, 87. Right. Set you on a line. Paris to New York. And then I need to go over to Paris and get a... For the hell am I gone? There's Paris. That's London. Oh, I'm looking right at it. Right, so buy aircraft. Yes, right. It's one of these. Buy. Set it on a line. Paris to New York City. And then he'll pop out and then head on his way. Now I've got, no, this must be somebody waiting for a tram. Ooh, 5 people are waiting for a tram, because that in is full. Now let's in fact, should probably get another route started, but I'll leave that route to bed in before we get on anything else. Right, buy road vehicles. These are getting out of date. That's what the vehicles, that's what it's saying, the vehicles are becoming old. So we can replace them with these. This bus with doing design of the chassis was the city of Dusseldorf. Right, so the plan will be the same. For journeys that are extra long, we'll use lanes with trailers. For lanes that are shorter, we'll lanes without. And fit is this, a finished bus from the late 30s. Excellent. We could always use a bus for Finland. In fact, what sort of buses are we running over in Scandinavia? Is that a bus? I think that's a Volvo. It is a Volvo. That's a tram. Are they overrunning Daimlers? So we'll change them out in the next episode. We could even run them to somewhere. I should get more lines set up here, which I will. Oh dear lord. Yes, they are very ancient, these buses, unfortunately. But they shall be replaced. Reykjavik, let's have a look at the airport. Now, Reykjavik has 3 flights that leave it. And there's no one single person waiting for any of them. You must be waiting for a plane to land. 0. I think it's just taking time for this to bed in again. There's a person. Hey, you. Fat guy. Oh, it's a lady. Is it? Or is it a bloke? No, it's a bloke. He's heading to Berlin from Reykjavik. Good man, your flight has just arrived. Lucky, lucky gentleman. Now, before we go, I should set up like an internal flight in America. And I'm thinking, when I got nothing going to Las Vegas, so let's do buy aircraft, Douglas DC-3, buy, set it on a line. It's going to be a new line. We're going to go for Las Vegas, so LV, and we're going to go to Alaska, because obviously people in Alaska would want to go to Las Vegas. I mean, I've been to Vegas before, it was amazing. I would love to go back, but I just can't afford it at the moment. I was on holiday just recently. Right, let's set that up. I've got trams and buses set up here, I think. I hope I have, or this would be kind of stupid. Right, buy aircraft. Let's get another one of these. Now you are apparently on line 1, which is not true, because you are on Las Vegas to Alaska Air. And you shall also be on Las Vegas to Alaska Air. Right, so we'll speed that up. We'll jump on board with this guy. Maybe not such a good idea, because he's still to go to the terminal. Oh no, that's that in, alright. So we've got 4 planes on every route. The frequency's not too bad. Now these things are actually must be really fast. And what else did we use that was really fast? These. The Focke-Wulf 200. Right, let's get you going, buddy. Swiss Air, I wish I could change that. I mean, it would be great if sort of if any models watching it here could mark liveries or different sort of. We've got Lufthansa, Iberia Air. We'll have some Russians later on, KLM. But it would be great if we had like American Airlines and British Airways, Qantas. Even though I didn't have Australia on this map, unfortunately. So we'll set him on his line, we'll set the other guy on his line, and then we will end the episode there. Las Vegas does not go to Alaska, but Cancun in Mexico, the train does. The West Coast and the East Coast intercity trains all terminate in Alaska. So we don't want to rob passengers from the train. Ooh, somebody's waiting there. Is this because this is your house? Maybe. Alright, buy aircraft. One of these. Buy. Excuse me. Set on a line. And there we go. So that's it. That's going to be it for today. Let's follow this guy. Nice. Today was a plain day, so if you did actually watch us and you would like to leave a like or comment, there's another plane there, please do. If you'd like anything named after you, please also leave a comment and I shall accommodate that as much as possible. But that's been it for me, and if you'd like to see more if it happens in the future, hit the subscribe button. I've been Danny Boy, this has been Transport Fever, and I will catch you later.